Great day, sir. I'm Sherwin Dagat from 4AR B06 together with Giancarlo Campo and Justin Saring. We're going to tackle the different classification of firearms. There are two general classification of firearms. The first one is the smooth bore firearms. These are firearms with a smooth inside surface of the barrel, no grooves or spiral cuts. Purpose po is dinesign sila para bumaril ng walang slugs or walang balang umiikot. For examples are shotguns with 12 gauge or 20 gauge, old muskets from early firearm history. The next one is the rifle bore firearms. Definition is these firearms have spiral grooves or rifling cut inside the barrel. Purpose is yung groove is pinapaikot niya yung bullet habang nagta-travel and ini-improve niya yung stability and accuracy ng bullet. The examples are rifles, M16, M14, and M4. Handguns like pistols or 45 caliber. Another example is sniper rifles. Next is we're going to tackle the main types of firearms. The first one is the artillery. Definition of artillery is artillery refers to large heavy firearms that are too big to be carried by a single person. So madalas nakasakay ito sa mga vehicles, tanks or platforms. Some example of this is cannons, mortars, and tank guns. Characteristics are fire large caliber projectiles like rockets or shells, used as long range attack to destroy enemy position, vehicles or buildings. This is used for military force only. The next one is the small firearms. Definition is small firearms are firearms that are carried by one or two persons. Some examples are handguns like pistols or revolvers, rifles, assault rifles, and sniper rifles, and also shotguns. Characteristics are fire small caliber, used in defense or law enforcement. Categories. Now we're going to tackle the categories of pistol. The first one is the single shot pistol. Mechanism is single shot pistols holds and fires one cartridge at a time and the must be reloaded after each shot. And its barrel is rifled like most handguns, so a single bullet is stable and accurate. Mechanically, it's very simple. Pull trigger hammer. Striker falls round bars used mostly for target shooting or hunting animals. The next one is the multi-barreled pistol. Its barrel have two or more barrels allowing several shots before reloading. Each barrel is usually rifled. They fire one barrel at a time, single action or fixed firing sequence rather than automatically cycling rounds. Mechanism is trades capacity and rate of fire for compactness and mechanical simplicity. Usage is commonly used for close range self-defense, historical novelty, or backup carry. The next one is the semi-automatic handgun. It fires one round per trigger, pull and then release the next round automatically. This gives faster follow-up shots and higher capacity than single shots design. Widely used by police, military, and civilians for self-defense duty and competitive shooting. The next one is the automatic handgun. Mechanism is an automatic handgun will continue firing multiple rounds as long as the trigger is held and ammunition is available, because its mechanism cycles continuously using recoil or gas energy. Barrels are rifled like other pistol, but full auto handguns are rare and usually heavier or select fire variants of semi-autos. Usage is mostly military or specialized roles. Civilian ownership is restricted in most places.
A revolver is a type of firearm with rotating cylinder that holds multiple chambers, usually 5 to 9. Each chamber aligns with the barrel when fired, allowing several shots without reloading. Its design ensures accuracy and reliability, making it one of the most iconic handguns in history. There are two kinds of revolver. The first is a single revolver, and the second one is the double action revolver. Number 1. Single action revolver. In a single action revolver, the shooter must manually cock the hammer before each shot. Pulling the trigger only releases the hammer to fire. This type is known for its light trigger pull and was commonly used in early revolvers like the Colt models of the Wild West era. The second is double action revolver. It allows the shooter to fire simply by pulling the trigger. The trigger bolt cocks and releases the hammer in one motion, enabling faster firing. It's more convenient in combat or defense situation because it doesn't require manual cocking. So now we can proceed to the loading and unloading. First is front loading cylinder. The earliest revolvers were front loading or muzzle loading types. The shooter had to load powder and bullets separately into each chamber from the front, then cap the rear with percussion caps. This was a slow process but represented an important step toward modern revolvers. Number 2. Fixed cylinder. In this design, the cylinder doesn't swing out. Instead, it stays attached to the frame. To load, the user opens a gate on the side and insert cartridges one by one. Some early models even required removing the cylinder completely for reloading. It's simpler but slower than later design. Number 3. Top break cylinder. The top break revolver features a hinge frame that opens upward or downward when a latch is released. Opening it exposes all chambers at once and automatically ejects spent cartridges. This made reloading much faster and was popular in the late 19th century. Number 4. Tip-up cylinder. In the tip-up design, the barrel tilts upward on a hinge to expose the rear of the cylinder for loading and unloading. It was one of the first revolvers designed for metallic cartridges, used mainly in early Smith & Wesson models before being replaced by stronger designs. Last, swing-out cylinder. The most modern and practical design, the swing-out cylinder, pivots out to the side of the frame. This allows all chambers to be emptied and reloaded at once using an ejector rod or speed loader. It's the standard design in today's double actions revolvers used by law enforcement and civilians.
Hi everyone, today we'll discuss the different types of firearms according to the mechanical constructions as part of the ballistic subject from the Philippine College of Criminology. First, we have single-shot firearms. These are the simplest type designed to shoot only one round before reloading. Next, the repeating arms. They can hold multiple cartridges and can be fired several times without manually loading each shot. Then comes the bolt action type, where the shooter manually operates a small handle called a bolt to load and eject cartridge. It's commonly used in rifles, known for accuracy and power, often used in hunting and sniping. The lever action type uses an external lever below the receiver to chamber the next rounds. It's fast and was popular in old western rifles like the Spencer repeating rifle. The slide or pump action type worked by manually sliding the forearm parallel to the barrel. Loading and ejecting shells commonly seen in shotguns like the pump action type. Next, in the semi-automatic type, this firearm fires one shot per trigger, pull and automatically loads the next round using the energy from the previous shots. Examples include the M16 rifle. We also have automatic action type capable of continuous firing with a single press of trigger and commonly military firearms. Under automatic weapons, we find the machine gun type. which can be continuously and mainly used in combat. There are also the submachine gun, a smaller, lighter versions that uses pistol-sized ammunition and can be operated with both hands. Finally, let's talk about shotguns. The single-barrel shotguns use one barrel and one cartridge per load. The double-barrel shotgun has two barrels either side by side or over and under. The pump-action shotgun uses a sliding forearm to reload, and the auto-loading shotgun automatically reloads after each shot using recoil energy. And that's a quick overview of the main firearm types of mechanical construction, from single-shot rifles to automatic and shotgun systems. Thank you for watching, and always remember safety when handling any firearm.